these are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with BGG, who has an article quote, "The government forms a higher committee to adapt Iraqi banks to international financial requirements." All right, Fanulu says, "Let me calm everyone's fears about having to go to Jordan, Egypt, or Turkey to do your exchange. That is the most absurd thing I have ever heard. It is nothing but fear. Aki Fnulu, as Iraqi banking business associate and U.S. private bank manager, told me in person in Delaware that he was going to open banks in the USA for his uncle, and this was in 2009. He did exactly as he said. He will be exchanging dinar as fast as he can go when the time comes. This rumor is as baseless as the myth that the exchange centers will give you a higher rate." All right, Jeff says the operating budget is already approved and complete. They're going to be adding additional funds to it. That's why the budget remains incomplete. They have to amend it to add the additional supplementary funds to it and increase and change the budget's expenditures. That's all we are waiting on. All right, Mark Z via PDK question, "Does anybody think the RV could happen before the election?" Mark Z says, "I still think it could. The world needs this badly." There's a comment that says, "I think we will see it in the next 10 days. Mark Z's response is, 90% of my sources agree with you. Comment, "I have a feeling it could be any day." Mark Z says, "I have the same feeling." All right, Caparoni says, "I have always stated if the dinar is ever going to go up in value, it will be based on Iraq's economic success. This is clearly the path Iraq is taking. Nothing is random. Only with the success and growth can we see an increase in value. The good news is we are seeing progress." All right, Militiaman article quote, "Government parliamentary meeting today discusses boosting non-oil revenues, developing the economy." Militiaman says Iraq is going to be needing non-oil revenues. We all know that. The last 18 months, almost 2 years, has been to get Iraq to a private sector and to get them to boost their non-oil revenues. Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report, Firefly, so Sadani comes out. He mentions that we are in the completion phase of the HCL. We know that HCL needs a rate. Sadani said the payments would be through the electronic cards, not cash. We think that's because cash would give us 1310, but through the cards, we think it's going to be with a new rate. Frank says, "I do not know this for a fact, but I agree with you totally that your cards are based on a new exchange rate. It makes no sense for them to be based on a restricted program rate." Lastly, Claire article quote, "The Judiciary and State Council confirmed that the government of the Central Bank of Iraq is subject to the legal retirement age documents." Quote, "The two councils confirmed in documents that the legal age for retirement is 60 years, and upon reaching it, the duties of the official assigned to it end."